This is Among Trees. It's sort of a survival game, but it's a lot less harsh than most of the survival games that I play. I just finished playing some Ark with my daughter, and that game is definitely it takes no prisoners. Among Trees feels like it's meant to be a lot more chill. It's meant to sort of be relaxing. You're out in a beautiful environment, and you're there to just sort of enjoy life. Now there's work involved in enjoying your life. You have to feed yourself. You have to take care of yourself. You got to build out your little homestead, but you're not really there to just feel like your life is constantly under threat. There are threats out there, but and I'm just barely learning how to deal with them. But it's pretty chill, and the art is just gorgeous. So, I mean, this is definitely it's a game that deserves to exist. It's a crowded genre out there. There's lots of different survival games, but this one's carving out its own little spot, its own little reason to be, and I have a lot of respect for that. So this is my little house here. I've been expanding it over time. So I've got an attic up here with storage boxes full of my stuff I've been collecting. The way that you expand your house, it's not freeform like Fallout 4 or Ark or something like that. Instead, you've got these very specific upgrades that you can build. So right now, for instance, I could get a sewing room if I could figure out how to get glue, how to get dogbane stems, and how to get fir planks. I don't know where or how to get any of those things. Similarly, I think, let's see, okay, I've got a crafting bench right here. And did I have one more place where, yeah, right here. I could build a greenhouse eventually if I get some metal plates and some glue. So I don't know where glue comes from. I don't know where dogbane comes from, and I don't know how to get metal plates. So let me have a look at my crafting options, though, because maybe some of those are on there. Oh, okay, yeah, so glue is on the crafting options. So I need lime, larch resin, and yellow ash leaves. So I've collected yellow ash leaves before. I think I have some of those. I think at some point I got a map clue that told me where larch might be. I've never seen lime, but I wonder, I've got tools here that I can build. Ooh, okay, I can't build a pickaxe yet, but I'm betting somewhere I can find a blueprint for a pickaxe. So I'm betting that step one is probably getting that pickaxe so I can get the lime, which will eventually let me make the glue. Because I'm assuming that lime is probably like limestone? I'm assuming that's what that means. It definitely looks rocky. So I'm betting that's a pickaxe thing. And what was it? Oh, metal plates. I need pipes and bolts, which I need to scavenge from stuff. Okay, so the fir planks, that's the easiest thing to get. I just chop down trees for that. So it looks like I want to go out and look for metal. I want to go out and look for blueprints. And so now the question is, where do I want to go? So, okay, so larch trees are up this way, up across the river. So I guess, I really need to figure out how that works. That's one ingredient in what I want to build. So I'll head up that direction, and along the way, I'll try to see if I can find any of the other items that I want. So that's northeast. So let me open up my compass here. Yeah, I want to be heading about this direction. You'll notice the bottom right, I've got your typical survival issues going on. My need for sleep is on the right. My hunger is on top. My health is at the bottom, and my temperature is on the left. So you'll notice that we're starting to sort of zero in on some pretty common icons for these things. That stomach icon on top looks very similar to the stomach icon that we saw in Ark just a little earlier tonight when I was playing with my daughter. So you can harvest things just by walking up and picking them up. Got a stick. You do like a full-on animation for grabbing each item. They're really trying to go for that like relentless first-person vibe where you have to actually do everything. Now, not everything is fully realistic. When you chop a tree down, for instance, it just turns into the resources, but that's fine. Okay, so this river's kind of wide. I'm wondering if there's... Oh, what's this? Okay, this is just the edge of the river. I thought it was like a dam or something, but no, it looks like the river just takes a turn here. I'd love to find a good place to cross it just because I'm not sure how temperature works exactly, and I'm scared of freezing to death. Lately, I've been living off mushrooms like these. I haven't learned how to hunt yet. I'm assuming at some point I can probably hunt rabbits, like the one you can just barely see up in the distance there. But right now, all I have is wild turnips and mushrooms. So Awesome Twitch Dude asks, he says that I've had the wallpaper for this game up on my desktop for a really long time. Yeah, I mean, this game is, if you want nothing else from it, definitely get it for the wallpaper. But he asks how I'm enjoying it so far. So far, it's pretty chill. Like, I appreciate that, unlike a lot of other survival games, this one lets you save and restart. You know, a lot of times, the way that the genre tends to work is that, you know, they try to sort of reward you with a feeling of having accomplished something very difficult, very harsh, and that's a big part of the experience. But this game is really, it really wants you to relax and enjoy the beauty of the world. And if you were just constantly feeling like your entire, everything you've built is just on the line, and you're going to lose everything, that's a level of anxiety that just makes relaxing impossible. Okay, so it looks like I've been going too far to the northeast. I need to start aiming a little bit more northwest to get to where the larches are. I don't, how do you identify a larch? You know, as a long-term Monty Python fan, you would think I would be good at identifying a larch, but unfortunately, no. Okay, I can hear some bees. Oh yeah, here we go. There's a beehive on this stump. I'm assuming at some point I can get honey by maybe wearing protective clothing. Right now I just get stung and hurt if I go too close to a beehive, which is, you know, not cool. Black mulberries are edible. You also can use them to make ink, which is why I was able to get the map that I have. Okay, where am I? Okay, I am in the bubble that says it contains larches. And oh, here's the kind of leaf that I needed. Okay, I'm not seeing any special looking trees. It doesn't say what kind of tree each of these trees is, but they all look like they're, I mean, fir is the wood that I usually collect. And these all look like the same breed of tree. How big is this bubble? It looks like, okay, so if I just start heading northwest, I'm heading right into the thick of where these larches are supposed to be. So I have this intuition, by the way, when I've pressed the 3 button to bring up my compass, I have this intuition that pushing 3 again will put the compass away, and that is not what happens. I just keep getting it out again and again. So the game, by the way, is in early access, so they're still working on a lot of this stuff. I think if I were working on a game like this and I found that a lot of audience members were just assuming that tapping a button again put the thing away, I would probably end up changing that control before release. Right now, they've got a key binding screen that doesn't do anything. They've got, you know, placeholder things in place all over the place. So, you know, definitely take everything you see in this game with a grain of salt, because they are still actively working on it. So I'm getting a lot of basic resources that I've gotten before. Again, not seeing any trees that stand out as being a different species. I am hearing some lovely subtle music. I actually am really hoping that that you guys are hearing it too. I just raised the volume of it to make sure that it was coming through. So, Mr. Goodbites responded to my mention of Monty Python with, African or European swallow? Awesome Twitch Dude is still fretting about The Last of Us 2, and says that he thinks it's a bit strange that all The Last of Us 2 reviews have been so positive. So I have not actually been getting that impression. The impression I've gotten from the reviews that I've seen in just whatever little sphere of reviews that I happen to read, is that generally people seem to like it. They seem to think it's a very well-made game, that the production values are really high, that the game design is really good. But, oh, I'm starving. Do I have anything in my inventory that I can actually eat? Just raw? Oh, wait. Oh, I brought entire meals. Sweet. Yeah, I forgot that I had actually started cooking properly, which means that I, have these things that they take up a lot of space in your inventory, but they completely fill your stomach instead of you having to, eat lots of little bits over time. Anyway, but I've seen a lot of people talking about how dark the story is, and that basically it sort of, they feel like it kind of wallows a bit in misery, and that they actually don't enjoy it because of that. And some people are saying, I think the game is good. I didn't have fun, but you're not always looking for fun from a game. And that's absolutely true. Sometimes, like for movies, you're not always trying to have fun when you go to the movies. Sometimes you're trying to be edified in some way. So a lot of folks are saying, that The Last of Us 2 is extremely dark, but well made, and it's an experience that you can expect to appreciate and be glad for without really thinking of it as being a fun experience. But then there's other people who say, that level of sort of wallowing in darkness actually makes the game not enjoyable for them, and they don't want to be playing it. So, if the game is divisive on that level, that feels like that's probably right in line with what the developers had in mind. They probably want to have made, oh, hey, Dogbane, sweet. They probably want to have made a game that's pushing boundaries like that for people and making them uncomfortable. So I bet that they actually read those reviews, with maybe mixed feelings. I wouldn't say exactly entirely positive feelings, but they probably read them with mixed feelings. Okay, is there something I can... Okay, let's just eat this just to get it out of my inventory so I can collect some dog bane. Oh, man. Glad I don't have a dog. The dog would be pissed collecting all this dog bane. Oh yeah, so Statpuss is like, what are you talking about? This game is so pretty. How are you calling it dark? And then realized that I was talking about a different game. Yeah, so I was talking about The Last of Us 2. Was not talking about Among Trees. Because Among Trees is the opposite. Among Trees is trying, there are things in this that are, that can hurt you, that can make you unhappy, but they try to make it not last very long, and it's not the dominating experience. They really are trying very hard to make this a relaxing game that makes you feel good. So I am trying to find a route back to my home because I'm getting cold, I'm getting tired, and that's going to be bad for me if I'm still out here after a while. I still never found a single larch after staring at my screen watching John Cleese identify a larch to me so many times. Somehow I don't know how to identify a larch. So look at the weird way they handle the lighting in this game. Like, okay, good. My inventory's full, so I can't keep picking turnips because I can't stop picking turnips. And I'm freezing. Okay, this is not good for me. I wish that running, in addition to depleting my stamina, would also increase my temperature. so I could counteract the freezing. I would only be able to counteract it a little bit. But yeah, all right. Yeah, my temperature's getting very, very low. I don't know how far away I am from my base. I might be too far. We might be about to learn what happens when you die. So let's run some more now that our stamina's recharged. Not stopping for anything. Even little shiny pickups on the ground. Normally, I can't avoid them. Yeah, so this trip was a little bit too long. Probably just left a little bit too late in the day. Why am I on a cliff? When did I... What? Okay, well, I gotta try to get down. I'm sleepy too. I'm sleepy. I'm freezing to death. Oh, now it's starting to suck my health. No. No. Okay. I can probably still make it. I bet this is even colder. Oh, okay. Come on. I don't know which route is the best way to get to my home. I also don't know if I heal when I sleep. I really hope I make it just to find out if I heal when I sleep. Oh man, they are serious about filling the screen with desperation. Okay, I'm down at half health. I've completely exhausted my stamina. I think I must be getting close. Oh, I'm about to collapse from sleepiness. There's my house. 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 We're going to get inside. It's going to be nice and warm. Whew. Okay. No longer freezing, right? And the door closes itself. And it's time to go to sleep. All right, let's see if sleeping fixes my health problem. If it doesn't, I need to start figuring out how to craft some health stuff. Okay. So Awesome Twitch Dude asks if there are enemies in this game like wolves. I haven't seen wolves. There is definitely a bear. There's a bear that is crazy. There's actually, I probably could get some of the supplies that I need if I were willing to confront the bear, and I am not. Okay, so health, medkit. I need old rags, 2 old rags. What else do I need? Let's see, I was going to make some glue. I've got ash leaves, and I've got nothing else. What was the other thing? Oh, right, the sewing place needed... Was it the sewing place that needed dog's bane? Sewing room needed dog's bane. Okay, yeah, so, great. Well, let's just put some dog's bane. Let's put weird stuff right here. I'm going to empty out my inventory where stuff goes. So I keep all of my construction-y type stuff in this ground floor one. Lots and lots of sticks. And then up here I keep the food. So I'll drop all my turnips and mushrooms and stuff like that. Not the moss. Oh, and there's the cloth. Okay, so I think that weird ingredients I don't know what to do with, like the moss and these sort of like little herbal type things I'll keep here. I'm going to use some of these rags to make myself a medical kit. So, med kit from rags, craft item. And notice, oh, they actually do a pretty clever thing here. When you craft something, rather than trying to put it in your inventory, they just always leave it out on the table, which is good because sometimes you can have no space in your inventory, and you can craft using materials you already have a stack of. So basically you empty no spaces in your inventory, and then you get a thing that won't fit in your inventory. So rather than trying to deal with a bunch of edge cases there, they just made a rule that said things you craft never go in your inventory. They always just land in front of you, and it's a nice, elegant solution. All right, so I'm pretty hungry. Let's use the med kit. Okay, filled up my health. I don't need to carry more of those rags around, so I'll put the rag back. I've already got some food that I can take on this particular journey. I can cook a little bit more later, so I think I'm okay, so I'm going to save my game. So you decide when you want to save, and then when you die, you reload. Oh yeah, okay, well, I'll just eat it right now. Fine, whatever. There we go. Alright, so, I never found that larch. Now, it's earlier in the day than it was last time, so I should be able to get back there and maybe actually find a larch this time. One thing that I didn't find was any supply caches of metal stuff. Which was kind of a surprise. Because I found a bunch of those around where I started, but I mean, that makes sense, right? For you to find, you know, have a bunch of sort of easy mode stuff around your starting area, little caches of other people's supplies that you can, you know, pull from. But I was surprised that once I got further afield, there wasn't any of that. I expected to find more once I started going out there, but I didn't see anything in that larch forest. So I'm going to keep heading up this direction. How did I go before? Oh, okay, so I went further to the right last time. Statpuss says, well done for not doing a Stardew and collapsing just outside your own front door. Yeah, that seemed like it was a pretty serious possibility. So I do need to pay attention to the time so that I don't make that same mistake again. Let's see here. So where are we right now? Okay, so we're following the same route I took before. So this time I'm going to take a left a little bit earlier so that I can explore parts of that area that I didn't explore last time. And maybe I'll... Oh, there's a tower over there. Sometimes I found supplies at the bases of these abandoned towers. I don't know, by the way, what the story of this game is. Why am I in this place? Why is everything ruined? What's going on? I have no idea. And I don't know if they intend... Like if it's, if they're not answering that question because it's early access and that's something they intend to add later. I know that the folks who made The Long Dark... they layered in the story over time after they had built the gameplay. So I could see them, these folks including a story in this game after they've established the core loop of the game. But I could also see them just not doing it and saying, this is a pretty place. You're here to see pretty stuff. What kind of story do you need with that? Okay, where am I in the map? Okay, so I'm just south of the Larch area. So going just past this tower will take me there. And the question is... Yes, okay, cool. Supply cache. Grab some steel wire. Search this pile of crap. Nails, bolts. Okay, bolts were on the list of things I needed, I think. Oh, can't pick up a fur plank, huh? Wait, what do I have in my inventory? Probably a bunch of nonsense I don't need. Let's eat that, for instance. I have lots and lots of sticks. So when you discard something, it goes away forever. You're not just dropping it on the ground. So you got to be serious about it when you decide to discard something. I've already got turnip seeds, and I think if I pick that up and then change my mind, I'll have to drop it. So I'd rather just leave them in the box. I'll grab them later. Some more old rags. These fir planks I can make anytime I want to by chopping trees down, but that's time consuming. So I had to craft. Did I craft or did I... Yeah, I think I crafted my first lockpicks. And so when I started the game, I didn't have that. In fact, when I started the game, I didn't even have that house. I had to build the first layer of that house by collecting some resources. So you're seeing me after, a few days of play, what I'm able to do. When you first encounter supply caches like this, you can't do anything with them. I mean, you can pick up a few pieces of steel wire off the ground, but you can't, search these boxes and get the good stuff. Yeah, so I've already got a lot of these. I don't know how many of those seeds I need, because I imagine that it's once I'm done... Ooh, pipe. Pipe is actually pretty valuable. What else can I drop here? There's nothing else I can eat. I haven't figured out what these are for yet, so I'm just going to get rid of the hoof fungus. Okay, well, I don't even have room for the larch resin, even if I find it, but I don't know. I still feel like I should at least look. Oh, another thingy. Jute rope. I don't know what jute rope is. How's it different from regular rope? I don't know. Alright, so where am I? Okay, so I want to head north from here. Is this north? Hello, compass. Nope, that's north. That's how you end up going in circles in the woods. Okay, so there's a big cliff up ahead of me. Is it possible that the trees I want are up on top of it? No, okay, no. Oh, did I pass through this area on the way home? So again, these all look like the same species of tree. Yeah, can't pick up anything like that. Ooh, ooh, yellow trees. Yellow trees, yellow trees, yellow trees. What does that mean? Okay, let's just... Ah! Okay. So it still gives me fur planks, but it gives me larch resin. Alright, well I can pick up some of these. Okay, so, is there anything in my inventory I'm willing to give up? I might need this for future medical stuff. I've already got a bunch of the yellow ash leaves. Even though I need them, I've got a bunch. So I don't have any larch resin. So I'm gonna chop down a few more of these guys and then head back towards home. So far, I haven't detected any weapon degradation. I think once you've already got, or tool degradation, like once you've already got a tool, that's it. Okay, I've got all the planks I can get. Well, actually, you know what? If I can't collect the planks, I can only get a little bit of the resin. I don't remember how much resin I need. But, so what did I need for the resin? I still needed lime, too, for the resin. So... it's not like, I mean, for the glue. Oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? Pickaxe blueprint. Okay, okay, okay. We're good. We're gonna head back home, get a pickaxe, and then wait. But then where do I get lime? I'm assuming the pickaxe is for lime, but I have no idea where to even start mining for it. So I was able to find this larch place because I got a map hint, which is an item I picked up off the ground. I don't know where to expect to find more of those. It might be that what I need to do is just start exploring in random directions and just see, like, see what happens, you know. So I'm happy that I got the pickaxe. So it does feel like that larch spot with the blueprint for the pickaxe is really trying specifically to get me towards glue. It feels like it's thought out that way. I just wish I knew where to mine. I mean, it can't just be any old... oh, I wanted more moss. It can't just be any old rock, right? It's got to be something specific, I'd imagine. I don't know, though. I'm starting to get hungry, so we can actually do some cooking in a minute. To replace the food that I've chowed down on. Yeah, so far I haven't seen anything that seemed like special rocks. But it was interesting once I got the map because I realized how large the world is expected to be. Like, I started out here, sorry, at my house, and I was like, oh yeah, I explored this area. Maybe you can go a little bit farther. No, you can go way farther. I don't know if you can build multiple settlements or anything like that, as I imagine that traveling that distance would be a full day thing. But maybe you can craft some things. Like maybe it's possible to craft like a sleeping bag and a coat or something, like ways that you can stay out much later at night without needing to rush home. Anyway, so I've got... oh, wait, to make glue, that's what I wanted. So to make glue, I've got the large resin. Okay, so I've got two. I only need one per dose of glue. I need yellow ash leaves, but I've got a fair number of those, even though I had to discard some. I just don't have lime. However, to make a pickaxe, I need steel wire, steel pipe, and beeswax. Okay. Beeswax, huh? Does that mean I have to actually get close to the bees? Alright, and... okay, let's note this. So when I note an item, notice it appears down below in my HUD. So you can sort of see what it is you're working on getting. Though, one thing that's weird about it is that a lot of the time, I'm not going to be carrying around the stuff that I want to be crafting with. Like, I'm going to take this, larch resin and just put it in here because I don't need it right now. And so it doesn't include things that are not in my inventory. Like, you notice when I put the, I'm going to put the wire and the pipe in here, along with my other construction-y type stuff. And you'll notice now it disappears from my note. So I don't really know how much I have. Since I can only craft at my home, it feels like it should count everything I've got at my home towards those numbers down below. But, I mean, I know that there are definitely people who would read that as being incorrect. Okay, so I'm starving, so let's get some stuff. Okay, so let's get some sticks. And I've got some turnips. Let's get a little bit more than turnips. Let's get some... Oh, let's get some of those. I don't know what those are. Let's just grab some shrooms. And we'll go with that. Okay, yeah, I know I'm starving. I know. Okay, so first we'll add some sticks. And then we'll cook some food. So we'll stick a turnip in there and some mushrooms, and we'll cook that. So it sits there and cooks for a little while. And then we collect the food, put it in a little jar that we luckily did not have to create or collect, and then we just eat that immediately. But since we got some sticks in there still, let's make some more meals. Okay, I think I need to add at least one more stick, and then let's... So you'll notice that each of the recipes, it's got how much it'll fill your stomach. It's also got how much it will warm you up and how much it will heal your health. And so I'm mostly just focusing on stomach right now because I'm not putting myself into that kind of danger most of the time. And yeah, I think these 3 meals are probably good enough. So I'm going to drop those ingredients back in there where they go. I'm going to put those leaves in here where they go. And then... So, Mr. Goodbites points out that clearly you have to build the sewing room first. I think that makes a lot of sense. So let me quickly go look at... Wait a minute. Maybe it doesn't make sense. I'm going to look at the sewing room and make sure I remember what it requires. Sewing room requires... It requires glue, which requires lime, which I assume requires a pickaxe, which requires the beeswax. So I have to have the beeswax before I can have the sewing room. So one thing I could do is just take a flying leap at a beehive with an axe and just see what happens. Definitely a viable choice, right? By the way, one thing I'm really noticing is the fact that a lot of times when I play really beautiful 3D games on my stream, a lot of the time the stream will chug. I haven't been noticing any chugging going on. This game is not just beautiful, but I mean, look at how kind of minimalist the world is. They're really putting a lot of effort into making this game efficient with your resources on your machine, which is really kind of them to have done that. Okay, so I'm going to save. It's really easy to forget to save, by the way, and you need to do it all the time. Okay, so my theory is that larch area was intentionally created just for me to learn how to make glue. So I'm betting... So there was a beehive near there. I'm betting there's more information around there about what I need to do. So, yeah, I think I'll leave that. I'm going to leave my inventory as open as I can. I'm not just going to grab every random thing that I see. Which is so hard for me to do. I mean, I want to pick up every stick. I want to pick up... Okay, well, the beets. I've been calling these turnips. They're not turnips, they're beets. I should pick up the beets because I do need to eat. Though I can't eat the beets raw, which I think is... Okay, and I have to pick up the fungus too. Oh my gosh, I'm picking up every single thing, aren't I? Oh, this is the worst. Why am I like this? I don't even know what that is. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, keep going. Is this north? North-ish. Is that where I want to be going? No, I want to be going northeast from here. I'm in the wrong place. Right, so where did I actually go before? So I never went to the middle area. I think, oh, it was underneath that. That's the arch right there, I think. Okay, yeah, I can see it. So where was the beehive? Was it around here or was it around the tower? Now I don't remember. Hey, box. Oh, a map hint. Lime? What? No. Oh, it's give me 2 places. Okay. Good. I mean, what are the chances that I just found that? So I feel like we might have just learned that... Oh, whoa, look at this. The cache respawned. What? That's a thing? Okay, so it's still got the turnip seeds that I left. But these... I opened these crates before. So it respawns the crates? But not the lockboxes. Interesting. So I feel like I had opened that same exact crate last time I was here. But this time, it gave me lime. Sorry, it gave me a map hint for lime. Which made me think that they probably didn't just decide where that map hint lives and then just give it to me whenever I happen to find that place. They are actively trying to find opportunities to put the stuff that I need right in front of me. Okay, so I've saved some space for some beeswax. I don't remember where that hive was. So I don't know how easily I'm going to be able to find... I don't think it was in the large area. Oh, Raneth Code points out that the respawning boxes could be a real thing that the game is going to have long term. They could also be something just for alpha, just to make sure that players can't get into like degenerate conditions. And that does make sense. I could see them having an ambition to remove them at some point once they know they've got the game perfectly tuned. But, I mean, I think it's also possible to waste resources, and so it sounds like it would be kind of a thankless task to try to tune the exact right amount of resources to avoid players ever being stuck, but also avoid giving them just a bonanza where there's no effort for them to stay supplied. So the respawning crates might actually be a good long-term solution to all that. All right. So now... So I've seen... Oh, I'm starving. Let's just eat some of this. Make some room in the inventory. It's great. No. Stop. Gotta resist the mushrooms. You can go on a mushroom collecting trip later. Wait, but I did already collect some of these, so they'll stack. I love, by the way, how in video games, how much stuff fits in your bag has more to do with how many different things you have in your bag than anything else. Okay, so bees. Okay. No, it's still chasing me. What the? Are they gone? Okay, they're gone. Well, that was neat. Wait, where did I want to make sure I didn't lose any. Over here? I didn't abandon any. Oh, yep, there is some beeswax. Oh, inventory full. What? I picked up some honey. Oh, and I can eat it and it will. Huh, it'll completely fill up my health? Is that what that says? Yes, that is what it says. Okay, so I could have used that in a recipe at some point. And there are probably some good recipes I want to use it for, but the fact that it makes up for the cost of having, you know, I took a health hit in order to get that stuff. And then it gave me my health back, which was very, very kind of them. That's just the whole attitude of this game, which I really appreciate. Like, they are just being kind to you all the time. Okay, so I'm going to head home. It's midday right now. I'm going to head home, drop off the stuff in my inventory, and then make sure I've got what it takes to craft a pickaxe. I think I've got 2 steel pipes in my person right now. I think I might only have 1 back home. I can't pick up any of this, can I? No. I think I only have 1 back home, which means I still need a 4th pipe. But now that I know that those places respawn... Oh, what? What? It's warning me there's a dangerous animal. Oh, bear. Bear. Okay, I am not risking my life. Yeah, I'm just going to give that bear some nice space. Oh, it's got a tower next to it, though. Where am I on the map? Oh, it looks like I'm headed towards where the lime is. Like, if I go southwest from here, that way is the lime. And so the bear is, like, north of me, or, like, northwest of me. Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's west by northwest of me. So bear hangout is over here, and there's a tower there too. Bears tend to hang out where there's really valuable equipment, which makes sense, right? One time I accidentally managed to distract a bear long enough that I got in and I could raid a bunch of his stash that he's protecting. I don't know why he likes protecting stashes of human things, but whatever. I was able to get in there, and that was great, but I don't know how I distracted him. I think it was actually an AI glitch that made him run off when he saw me. So I haven't been able to repeat it, and I don't expect to be able to repeat it. Yeah, look at this gorgeous place. I love rock formations like that in the real world. I don't know what the likelihood of having an arch like that with a river under it is, but, you know, whatever. I'm not a geologist. The music seems to be taking a lot of cues from, like, the kind of music that you'd have in, say, Minecraft. You know, where it's there to mostly just kind of make you feel relaxed and good. Alright, so we're going to get back home. It's still midday, so I might try to run out and find another respawning cache where I can pick up another steel pipe, because I'm pretty sure I don't have the pipe I need. Let's check. Oh, I do have the pipe I need. Oh, sweet, 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 sweet. Okay, so let's grab 4 pipe. Let's grab 4 wire. We have the beeswax. Is that everything we need? I think that might be everything we need. Yep, that's all the stuff. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have a pickaxe. We're gonna have a pickaxe, y'all. We've got a pickaxe. It is item number 4. Okay, so it is probably too late in the day for me to go out hunting for lime. So, actually, let me grab another beet. I think I'm going to do some cooking. Oh, wait, I think... Did we say that's edible? I think that's edible. Put this stuff away. I'm taken to carrying more and more stuff consistently in my back. I'm hoping that I can increase the space in my backpack eventually. Yeah. Wait, that's crafting. I want cooking. I just want to make a little bit more food. Just so I don't have to later, since I've got a little bit of time. We're heading on towards sunset now, so don't really have time to do much else. I love these little first-person animations. So I like this particular pairing of ingredients because... Well, I'll show you why in just a sec. So you'll note that when I put a turnip in, or a beet, it fills health up this much, leaving 8 slots unfilled. And this fungus fills 8 slots. And so it just feels like a really efficient way to fill up exactly an entire stomach's worth and not go over. So that's why I like that particular recipe. Oh, temperature too low. Ah, add sticks. It's like making charcoal in Tale in the Desert. Not quite like that. That was pretty involved. Okay, so I've got some food. I'll bring some with me tomorrow. Put the rest in here. I don't need to carry these sticks around. I wish I could just leap down these stairs, but I keep getting sort of hung up on them. Alright, and wait until nighttime. What? Not nighttime yet? Okay, well I guess what I'll do is chop some trees down. Oh, huh. There's no stumps out here. Do the trees go back too? Everything just grows back. Oh, that's lovely. I just know I need some fir planks for some of the stuff I want to do, so... So one thing you'll notice is some trees will fall straight into rock faces. I'll take this one down, for instance. I don't know which direction this one's going to fall. I've never been hit by a falling tree. Okay, that one did okay. Sometimes they'll fall straight into a rock face, and you won't be able to get the resources, which can be frustrating. I get the sense that each tree has just... Basically, they all fall the same direction relative to their origin, and so the trees are sort of placed around and rotated and stuff, but I don't know if every tree has been specifically positioned to idealize the direction of its fall. Alright. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna need all this stuff, so... Not wasting time. I kind of like the way they did the art when you're chopping it down. Like, no matter what direction you're coming at the tree from, it always looks about the same because they basically have it hacked all the way around the circumference of the tree. So it looks very appropriate to the way you're hacking it from no matter what angle you're going at, but I think it's because they kind of cheated a little bit. Okay, it's nighttime. Let's go drop off our construction materials and get some sleep. Raneth Court asks, do you know if the devs plan to add co-op eventually? I have no idea if they plan to add co-op or not. This feels to me like a very single-player game. Like, I know that if I were to build a game like this with the intent of it being co-op, I would have co-op be the first thing that we built, because that's the riskiest thing. It affects everything. Every single thing you engineer, you do it differently if it's going to be co-op versus if it's not going to be co-op. You actually make a lot of the code under the hood of just how you do basic stuff like chopping a tree down. You would do it differently if it has to happen in multiplayer than if it has to happen in single player. And so if it's not co-op now, I imagine that changing it to co-op would be an enormous investment, and I would if I had to put money on it, I would put money on the idea that they're not planning to do that. But that's me with no specific information about their plans. So I could easily be surprised. Oh, goodness, it's getting late, huh? It's almost 2:30 in the morning. But I want to make my little sewing den. That's like why I'm here. I gotta say, by the way, there are a lot of survival games out there where figuring out the tech tree is one of the biggest challenges, where I'm like, well, I want to do X, and I have no idea how to even start doing X. And this game has not had that problem for me. Like, every step along the way, like, the very first thing I needed to do was build my house. And then my house offered just the next couple of things. Like I didn't get a big menu that said, here are the 900 things you could build eventually in this game. Instead, they showed you, here's the next thing, or the next 2 things you can build, and that's it. And they just showed me the ingredients for those. And then I could follow sort of the chain of ingredients down. It was always really, there's only one place where I craft, so I know, exactly where to look. And they're trying to feed, and any information that I'm needing, like, that I'm missing, like where to find lime, they feed it to me. Like, they're like spoon feeding it to me, which is great. Like, it's not I don't mean that pejoratively. Like, that's exactly what they should be doing. So I have not had the frustrating experience that I have with a lot of survival games while playing this game. Is this a cave where I get lime? Where am I on the map? I'm right at the edge. So chances of this being my destination seems pretty low, but this is very cavey. Oh, wait, I think I see something. Is this lime? Maybe this is lime. Lime mineral. Wow, I love how easy it is to get this stuff. Like, just, I have to hit a tree 8 times in order to knock it down, but just one swing of my pickaxe. And yes, I did see that blueprint over there. I'm just gonna get to it when I get to it. It almost reminds me of mining for gold and jade and Tomb Raider, in Shadow of the Tomb Raider. She just jams her ice axe in there and just pries it out. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure that's how mining works. Water can blueprint. Interesting. So I can bring water home and incorporate it into cooking? Maybe? Is that the plan? I don't know. That was a decent amount of lime. I imagine that's all going to respawn at some point because the trees have been respawning. Let's see if I can go use this to make some glue. And then use the glue to make a sewing area. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. It's still early in the morning too, man. We are productive today. I love it when I get a lot of stuff done early in the morning. Hey, I want to say greetings back to someone who just joined me in the chat. Unfortunately, I have not learned how to pronounce Korean script, and so I don't know what your name is, and I apologize that I can't pronounce it. That is something I've been thinking I should learn how to do, even if I don't have the time right now to actually to try to learn, a lot of like another language. That seems like it'll be really really hard. I wonder if I could just learn how to pronounce the scripts used by other languages. Like how to pronounce, kanji, how to pronounce. Well, actually, wait, kanji. No, I don't want to. You don't pronounce kanji. That's just pictographs. What was it? Hiragana? Yeah, that's what I meant. How to, I want to learn how to pronounce hiragana when I see it. I want to learn how to, katakana or the Korean script, which I know it has a name, and I don't know what the name is. I apologize for that too. Akubans is the name that person uses. Okay, cool. Well, I'll call you Akubans then. But you can read it as Timberwolf. Okay, so that's what the actual word means. Hangul. Thank you. I knew I'd seen the name of the Korean script before. Could not pull it into my memory. So thanks for the reminder. Okay, so glue. Let's make some glue. So I need 2 lime mineral. Okay, so let's grab too much of all those things. At least 8 of these leaves and all my larch resin. Let's go make 2 glues. Just because we're here, why not? I could easily go back and get more larch resin, which is nice. Okay, so now I've got the glue I need. And I need a dog's bane, and what else did I need to build this sewing area? I need 6 dog's bane and 28 fir planks. Okay, so I've got the dog's bane. Let's toss our glue and some of the other stuff we don't need. Let's also get rid of our food. And then let's go get 28 fir planks, which I think I should have. No, just barely not. Okay, cool. Well, that's what our axe is for. It's probably good that I can't read Hangul because I would probably still have just terrible pronunciation. Like, it takes a lot of effort to learn all of the phonemes of another language, even if, I can figure out, oh, that's an N, that's an M, that's a D. The N, the M, and the D might actually still sound different in Korean, and definitely a lot of the vowels would probably work in ways that I don't expect. Vowels are really hard to get right. I mean, I can't even get the vowels right for different English accents, much less completely unrelated languages. So, yeah, I would probably just be embarrassing myself anyway. I know whenever I've attempted to pronounce the Korean name of a friend, they're always like, close enough, I guess, is the most I ever get. It's never like, yeah, you pronounced my name correctly. It's like, oh, well, you're in the range I expect from English speakers. I'm like, oh, I guess I'll take that as, hopefully I'm doing my best. Yeah, so Akubans says, I'm really a fan of survival games, and I was curious about this game. So yeah, so to sort of sum up what I've been picking up so far about this game, it is a survival game in the vein of things like, The Long Dark, or, The Forest, I guess, but it's way less intense. It's not trying so hard to kill you that you feel like, you can just barely survive. It's a game that's meant to still let you go through all of the survival, crafting, whatever, that whole experience, but at a more languid pace, and with a sense of, I'm also here to relax and enjoy the woods, and I'm not necessarily here to be tried and tested to the point of death. Okay, so they've got placeholder. This is also an early access game, so they got placeholder icons and stuff. So I can make a Grosbeak Wanderer outfit out of rags, thread, beeswax, and Waltz Bleak skin. What is that? But it gives me some cold resistance, stamina, speed, camouflage, a little bit of camouflage. Then Feather Larch outfit, lots of camouflage, lots of cold resistance. Moss, good, I collected that. Beeswax, I gotta hit like 4 hives? No, like 8 hives? How much beeswax did I get? I did only get 1 beeswax from that hive. I got a honey and a beeswax, right? So, yikes. Cattails. I bet I can figure out where to find those. But then, yeah, I have no idea what Waltz Bleak skin is. Backpacks. Okay, wait. How many slots does my current backpack have? I've got 3 by 4. I got 12. Right? Yes, I can count properly. Cool. So this one will give me 14 slots. Again, I need sewing thread, which I don't have. Sticks, chicory, hoof fungus. Not hard stuff to find. And actually, wait, is sewing thread something that I can craft already? Do I already know how to do that? Oh, I'm starving. I'm so hungry. Oh, I don't have anything in my pockets. Oh, we'll deal with that in a second. Can I make sewing thread? Aha, sewing thread. Fishbone and jute rope. Okay, so I've got jute rope. I got tons of jute rope. And I can make more out of dogbane stems. Cool. I just got to remember that dogbane lives around where the larches are. Fish bones. I can fish? Do I have... What is the... water can. Stump moss and nails and bolts. I can probably make that. I don't know what I need it for yet, though, so... Well, I can make it. Let's get some bolts and some nails and stuff. So let's grab 2 bolts, 2 nails. Let's grab a meal, since I'm starving to death, apparently. And let's grab some stump moss. Let's eat, I suppose. Boink. There we go. And let's make a watering can. I don't know what it's for. I mean, okay, it's almost nighttime. Really, building that sewing area was kind of my goal for this session, so I think we're probably about done. But since it's not quite nighttime yet, let's head up here and see if we can fill this watering can. I assume I'm going the right direction, right? Yeah, I'm almost to the river. So what I'm hoping is it'll be like the lockpick, where when I'm at the water, I don't have to actually equip the item. I can just use it contextually. Nope, that doesn't seem to be a thing. Let's see here. Can I equip? Okay, I've equipped it. Oh, okay. So I just equip it manually? And then... Oh, wait, is it already full? Was it already full when I first got it out? I don't know how any of this works. Let's unequip it. Okay, well, I've got some water. I don't know what it's for, but let's head home and save the game. So, yeah, Akiben says that The Long Dark is the game of my life. Yeah, so I really like The Long Dark too. I have not been able to get as deep into it just because it is so difficult and so punishing. It ends up just sort of like, it strikes fear into my heart the entire time that I'm playing it. And so this game honestly might be more my speed because it's just, you know, it's very, very light on the survival stuff. It's very, very light on the trying to kill me. And yeah, and the impression that it gives me is just more that it wants me to chill, which is great. I think I'm gonna assume that this water is a cooking ingredient or something. I'm gonna set the water down in my food place. But yeah, so this game really feels like it's it's the version of a survival game that was made for me, because I feel like I could just sort of like put on a podcast or a YouTube video and just have something going on in the background to sort of engage that part of my brain while I just sort of peacefully wander around and enjoy just living on my own out in the woods, which is sort of, a fantasy, at least for some people, right? So, anyway, I'm going to wrap up this session real quick with a subscribe button, which will make sense if you watch this on YouTube later on. People who are watching me on Twitch right now are like, there's no button here. Why did you just snap your fingers? That was strange. It's almost 3 a.m. Let me see if I've got another thing I can play.